Hello everybody, welcome to another Train Sim World 5 video. This is the swan song for this game because we all know number 6 is coming out, and we're driving today my best representation of the Cannonball. Now, you know, just like the last video I did, still don't have a matching locomotive. That's something we just have to deal with, but we have the what really matters, the cars. NJ Transit coming in clutch. So there is going to be, we have 1 minute before we are supposed to depart. There's a new thing that I am going to actually try, and that is going to be adding the PA announcements that you would hear on the train.
This station is Penn Station.
This is the train to Montauk.
Okay, so they're not gonna sound perfect. I'm gonna throw that one out there. Alright, we got 10 seconds before we go. We're gonna close the door and close the other doors because we cannot get stuck behind the other departing train. The train next to us in the next track over is going to be a local stopping. Okay, there we go. We are moving. That's going to be a local, so getting stuck behind it, bad. By all means, bad. Have the window open. So, very close. Dang, it's already moving. So, very close to the real Cannonball. Instead of having 12 cars and 2 engines, I have 11. That's just to help with Train Sim World, because apparently having a train that is, in theory, 14 cars long, the game and telling you where to stop struggles a little bit. That, and it seems like, I don't know if it could be just the NJ Transit cars seem a little bit longer. So like even on stations like I think it's Jamaica and Hicksville, it's a struggle. So subtracting 1 car, I'm already speeding.
This is the train to Montauk.
Subtracting 1 car to
Stopping
help
at
balance
Jamaica,
that out a
Mineola,
little bit.
Hicksville,
Babylon, Bayshore, Sayville, Patchogue, Speonk, West Hampton,
I have
Hampton
done some
Bays,
practice
Bridgehampton,
runs.
East Hampton, Amagansett, Montauk.
The
Because
next station
I
is
create
Jamaica.
these scenarios. That's why we are actually able to have this particular train on this route, and I try to make it look as realistic as possible with what Train Sim World gives me to work with. So I run them a couple times before recording to make sure that the AI trains that I place on the tracks work like they're supposed to. I've seen some of them when you set them up like they're supposed to work right and they freeze, or they're not moving right, or worse, you get so. Alright, so we're now picking up speed, gonna take the throttle off. This is still an incredibly long train, so the hills affect it incredibly. When you think you're done and you're on flat land, the back of it is still pushing you forward. As you can see right now, going down the hill, I have the brake applied a little bit to help keep me under the speed. I do have my bell. And I don't know exactly. Alright, we're going uphill now, so full throttle. Get this big chungus up the hill. will be placing the PA announcements periodically. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it yet because that's going to be done while I'm editing the video, I guess, after I'm recording this. I'm going to try to make it the best that I can. We are, okay, now picking up speed. I thought I was like, wait, we're actually losing a little bit of speed up the hill. I am rambling on, because there's not really much to talk about right now. Granted, we have lovely, we're in a tube going up a hill. We should be getting close to the end of it, though. I decided to do this early morning, as you can see. It's like 7:30-ish. I just pictured, like, I don't know the official timetables. This is all just fantasy. I figured that if most people were going far east on the Long Island Railroad, they want to get an early start on it. I know I will be corrected as we are exiting the tunnel. Early morning. Lovely weather. Unlike the last scenario where I made it snow, this no snow. Just clear sky. Wonderful day for driving. Do this as best I can so we can see everything that's going on. We have a yellow. Now, in real life, this train would go onto an express track and I wouldn't have to worry about nothing. But unfortunately, I can't do that. It's going to stay on the normal track. I did place another train in front of us that is a local, but it doesn't necessarily become an issue until right before we get to Jamaica, which makes sense because that's your big transfer hub. Wherever that train's going, they're going to get off and want to get on this one in a perfect world. Keep my eye on the speed of the train and the speed of the speed limit. No ATC for this. Maybe I should use the ATC where it says speed limit. Okay, that now has boosted to 60. No heat. It's a nice temperature control fan only. Yeah, we're gonna do fan only. Keep a breeze in here. Turn that fan on. Keep it nice and comfortable in here as we now depart from the Amtrak tracks, and soon to be now with them adding Stanford in the next train sim eventually. I wonder how that's going to play out. I'm kind of excited for that. As we come around the bend. Oh, there is M3 leaving. I need to turn the bell on. I need to turn the bell on. As we fly through Woodside. A very minimum stops that we are going to do. I don't know what the stations are in real life for the Cannonball. So even putting a guesstimate and saying that it goes straight to Babylon before stopping could be a wild guess. I have seen some videos where it does just go through Jamaica. We're not doing that though. We're going to stop at Jamaica because if we didn't add some stops, it would be literally a point to point. It seems like we're making good time though. We're 80 mile an hour board. Oh, it keeps pushing back. We are just cruising at 58, so we're going perfect right now for a 60. Alright, we're gonna speed up now. do have to pay attention to the speed limit signs because it does take a good while for this thing to stop. Granted, I think Jamaica, we're going to have to stop past the platform for the engine. The rest of it is going to be platformed. And luckily with me shortening it by one car should make it a little more reasonable if I'm not perfect. Let's take a look though from the outside. Like, this is still a massive train. Like, it is quite nice to watch it though. Like, if I had the correct paint on the engines, definitely would blend in. You know, shout out to LIR Railfan. He's the guy that painted all this stuff, and I have been pretty much mooching his content. Like, he just does a good job. He did do the engine as well. I just don't own that engine, so you know, you guys can actually create your own. It's all there. I'm speeding now. Oh, here comes a. See, here's another one I threw in. Not a Cannonball. It's a drastically shorter. I think that's only a 6-car set with 2 motors. So. Somebody did create. Oh, I gotta slow down. We got some yellows. Let's just slam on the brakes, get this thing loaded up. Track speed is 45, so we're gonna lower to maybe a little slower just because of how the brakes work on this particular locomotive. The goal is to not stop at that red. We have to give us enough space for it to become a yellow. If we stop, it's going to be an absolute pain to get going again. Okay, there we go. Track speed is up to 60 now, but we're gonna gradually speed up because the next signal is a red again. There is a cab car that somebody painted, but it doesn't match well enough. I think it's from the Boston commuter set, so it it looks a little odd. Which I have tried painting on this game. Not the easiest. So for anybody to make a paint scheme like that, just be able to have the patience to deal with the paint editor on here, you know, kudos. Okay, so let's see. That one, we are actually getting close to Jamaica. We are going to lower our track speed. Well, track speed limit says 30, so we're actually going to honor that. We do have a red light in front of us. Hopefully that will change yellow beforehand. I know sometimes you can actually see. Can we see the other train yet? They get close. So we have, yeah, we're right there. So they're gonna be switching yellow right as we get there. Now when you're actually doing you know, just riding in the train, you're in one of the cars further back, you can see the front from the seat. That is you know, very cool. Oh no. We've got a red light that's right there. It has gone yellow. We are now there's the other one pulling in. So that was the local that was in front of us. I made it start at Woodside because you can't really utilize everything properly. It started at Woodside and made all the stops where we just flew through it, and it worked out perfectly for us catching it right as we get to Jamaica. As you can see, we have a yellow light, and then it switches to a green light because we'll have our own track. I have to apply the brake because we go downhill for a while. That is a pretty 2.5. That's a pretty steep hill for this thing.
This station is Jamaica.
We'll go take a look on the outside. Like, we are just now, the back end is getting over the bridge. So that's all pushing me as we head towards it. The game wants us to stop far enough back that these cars will not be anywhere close. And this is where the perk of a third person will play in hand. That train's already done. Everybody has exited. We are now cruising in. Only 15 miles an hour pulling into Jamaica. That speed limit, and then we have to be just careful on this. We have a westbound train pulling in. I can't remember. That might have been a Babylon to Penn I did. Brakes are fully released. We're now just coasting slowly because we're going to have to bypass the platform a little bit because of how long this particular train is. I think we're good now. Full brake to stop. And we'll open up both doors. We will actually check to see. Perfect. Went over a little bit. This engine does not fully platform. Why are we not unlocking the doors, guys? We need to let people on and off. There we go.
This station is Jamaica.
This is the train to Montauk.
9 pulling in. Now I know the PA... Oh, yeah, okay, there he is. Now I know the PA announcements are... you're going to hear them. Even in the cab. I know they don't hear them in the cab, but you know what? This is what we got to deal with. And that was one of the big announcements that they made for Train Sim World 6 is that we're going to have PA announcements. Will they update it for older routes like Long Island to get them on the M9 and M7s? I don't know. I hope they do. But now we're done here. Release the brake. Now we're going to throttle up this big beast, and our next stop is going to be
This is the train to
Mineola.
Montauk.
Stopping at Mineola, Hicksville,
Babylon, Bayshore, Sayville, Patchogue, Speonk,
Got a
West Hampton,
long,
Hampton
long
Bay,
ride ahead of us.
Bridgehampton, East Hampton, Amagansett, Montauk.
The next station is Mineola.
Gotta fight the hill now too, because we're leaving. We're getting some speed, and even throwing it in idle. This is going to be an uphill climb for a minute as we go over the tracks that. Those tracks I know they do Babylon trains. They do Long Beach. There's one more branch. Is it West Hempstead? Might be West Hempstead. This is where my knowledge gets a little fuzzy. Like, I grew up on the North Shore. I don't know my way up. No, wait. No. Hempstead is the other branch you can play on here. Which one am I thinking? Man, I'm going to have to pull up that map I downloaded for... When I was doing things, I made sure I did it right, so I have technology on my side. And we are idle going down the hill. We're going to apply a little bit of brake. Just a little bit. Release the brake. The back end's going to push us a little bit. Oh, we got another diesel pulling in. Same as the last one, just a 6-car. I'm thinking Far Rockaway. That's what I was thinking. Hempstead is the other branch that we get to use. And West Hempstead, West Hempstead probably more so used by these tracks up ahead. I know Babylon uses those tracks as well. I see a lot of the train. I do watch a lot of Train Sim World stuff and like I read comments on other videos to see what people think about the games. And one of the things I see, like, one, people don't like the U.S. routes. Don't know why. When they're done correctly, they're actually very entertaining. And I feel like there's a couple English routes that I've done that are very entertaining as well. So it's not, but I do show favoritism. I wonder why. But I do think that, like, Train Sim World, they need to slow it down with putting out different content, and they need to go into the pool of content that they got and update it. You know, either add new, make the routes longer while we have the better technology to do so. Because, like, seeing the route that they're planning to do, Grand Central to Stamford, that's a pretty decent length. I think that might be one of the longer routes. Definitely longer than the White Plains one we currently have. And even, you know, just updating that with the locomotives, getting them to feel more realistic, where you're not in a desert of trains. Like, there should be oncoming trains, other ones passing you. I'm pretty sure I've said stuff like that before, but, like, just slow down, work on what we got. Because, like, the Northeast Corridor for the U.S. would actually be a fantastic route when all the eggs are in, all your chickens are in line. Not your eggs, your chickens. Like, what they're doing, adding the NJ stuff, I want to play and see how that works. Like, will it affect my current NJ Transit DLC that I have? Like, or am I going to still, or are they going to kind of work together where I can either go to Hoboken or Trenton, stuff like that? Like, there's so many questions. I know I'm just rambling. There's really not much to do. I give you the Long Island experience, okay? We have trees and suburban houses from as far as I can see. I guess I did this. I don't know what time of year I did it. It looks kind of fallish. It was meant to be summerish. Oops. Okay, we're up to 77, but we're on an uphill. So I'm gonna lower it to 5. I'm not gonna cut the thing. Or maybe I will drop it to 2. Let's lower that, because going uphill, as soon as we cut the power, we're gonna drop speed drastically. You're gonna have to pay attention to the speed limit. But we should be good from here on out with train traffic that's in front of us. I think there's one other train that might give us a little bit of a slowdown, But I have that set up that that's going to go to Hempstead. Just, you know, something a little extra to add more to it. All right, we're flatland now. Slow down. We're bouncing over the tracks. Oh. Just switch tracks at 80 miles an hour. It's fine. We got this. Like, the back's already done. Oh God, we're switching again. No warning. Just hang on. Definitely updating this route again would be great because they have finished the 3 tracks. So seeing everything new would be that would help out. There's the one I was telling you about. Didn't affect us at all. It stops. I was hoping that maybe that one we would catch it, maybe departing. So we would fly by it at, well, it was moving a little bit, but that didn't work out. That, you know, we'll deal with that as we come up to Floral Park? Floral Park, I think this is. Yep, Floral Park. We got one waiting to depart. M9s. Most of the stuff I did put were M9s, M7s. I did throw an M3 into it. Just to, oh, we're actually on a downhill slant now. Because also the main line now, I think all the way to Hicksville does not run ground level anymore. They got rid of, if it does, if it does still run ground level, then that means they got rid of a lot of the overpass, not overpasses, but street crossings. So it still may run ground level. They just changed some stuff. We got a horn. Why not? We're gonna honk going through these intersections. Keep our speed up. As we are flying through New High Park? Yeah, New High Park. I know there's some people that probably can name these stations without even looking as we go by. I was never that good. I don't think I ever will be that good. When I was younger, I ran into a conductor, and you know, he just outside of work, and then he just goes through all the stations. It's like I can't remember half of them. We're going uphill, but we're gonna have to go idle. And we are going to have to actually start applying the brakes because we are within 10,000 feet in Mineola, and we want to be able to stop in time. And considering how big this thing is, it does take a little bit to get it wound up. All right, so we'll release our brakes. Mineola, at least on the eastbound track, the station's massive. I have no worries here. I haven't done the Cannonball in the other direction. Almost there, within 2,500 feet. And we are going 40, which is a little fast, but as I said, Mineola is very long. We got this. Hit the bell. We're coming in. And if you watched my YouTube shorts, this is the station I pull out of for that video.
This station is Mineola.
I'm trying to make it, unlike last video I made where I overshot the stations constantly, we're doing this professionally this time, and we have an oncoming M7. Does not stop here, just keeps going. Full service stop. We're allowed to go past a little bit. We're gonna turn the bell off now.
This station is Mineola.
This is the train to Montauk.
I thought those was pigeons. It's just grass going through the thing. I'm trying to get it where I wish there was just an easier option to get the free camera. We are loading passengers. We got here fairly early. Closing the door. We're getting out of here. It's this camera. Now you get to see it. We'll just watch it leave from this step. And the next stop is Hicksville. It's a quick route because of the lack of stopping. I've already passed a railroad crossing watching the train leave.
This is the train to Montauk.
Stopping at
Babylon, Bayshore, Sayville, Patchogue, Speonk, West Hampton, Hampton Bays, Bridgehampton, East Hampton, Amagansett, Montauk.
the next station is Hicksville.
I really do hope that they, I know they've already expanded on Long Island once before, but I do hope they do more. There's so much potential. Picking up speed now. We're still level, but as you can see, the ground around us is going down because I think Hicksville is where it switches over from technically ground to elevated. As you can see now, we're going over roads. We're making our way up a little higher. Miles away, we're getting close. And going 80 miles an hour. Through Carl's place, I think that was. Coming up to another one. I'll throw the bell on. We're going, 75 miles an hour. We want people to know we're coming. Because if they decide they want to look down the tracks at the wrong time, it's going to be bad. another one. I do think there is one more train. I had to, like, oddly close just so the end of it didn't seem so bland. Yeah, here it comes. They are oddly close. I love how they sounded different too, though. That's a major detail. Granted, I don't have that window open. But that is a major detail that they sounded completely different as they went by. Alright, we're getting close to Hicksville. We're gonna hit the brakes now. We're right within 7,000 feet. It's not a railroad crossing. I'll get this thing woed up a little bit. Track speed is 6. Oh, we're going uphill too. I need to put a little throttle into it. We are going 40, but we have caution lights, so it makes sense. Some yellow signals. That is a quick ride. 80. That's an 80-mile-an-hour board. That can't be right. All right, Hicksville. This is one of the busier stops because it does. This is where a lot of the branches, well, branch off. If Train Sim World let us continue on, we would head to the right and then onto a separate set of tracks just for us heading towards Babylon as our next stop. But there's another route where EMUs, they would be heading towards finishing the Ronkonkoma branch.
This station is Hicksville.
I'm going to go full brake. Look at that! I'll take it. That is the... I'm going to say that's spot on. We're right there. Now, granted, let's see about the back of the train. Back of the train is there. We did good. So look at that. We did it this time. We didn't overshoot. Accidentally, I should say. Going a little further past just so we fit is okay. But all the important cars all made it. As we load, and this would be the... I guess I can get out right now because we're technically done. The only thing it's going to say is for me to close the doors. But we've made it to Hicksville. Might as well come into the car for a minute because, you know, the last PA announcement you'll hear beforehand.
This is the train to Montauk,
Stopping at
Babylon, Bayshore, Sayville, Patchogue, Speonk, West Hampton, Hampton Bays, Bridgehampton, East Hampton, Amagansett, Montauk.
That is it. We made it. We're going to pretend that someone else is taking over to the rest of the way out to Montauk. We are closing our doors. We are done. We did good. Yes. All right. Well, that is it for this video. I hope everybody has enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.